Hi, so I got your question about HTML and CSS, and I have your code here, and I have my original code here. And so here's what the original code looked like. Whoop, whoop, right? And then here's what your code's doing. Whoop, it's overflowing. And so just so you can see that again, overflowed a little bit there. So the question is why is that happening for you? And I like that you put some borders around here, just so that we could kind of see it. And let's walk through your code. The first thing I saw in the code is right here in your code you had, let me scroll up, your code. Oh, come on, your code right here. Dun, 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 dun. You have font size 2W twice. So take out one of those font sizes, okay? So it's one of the things you need to take out. Boom, boom. And now let's go look at the other code and see what's happening. So here we have, let's close all these. Here we have index and here we have main. I'm going to split that vertically and then bring that over there. And then let's just look at this. This is your code. So we have a reset up at the top, so everything gets reset. And browser reset zeroes everything out. And then we have the header, which is all of this. And we have border 1 pic solid hot pink. So that is showing up somewhere in there, right? Header, border 1 pic solid hot pink. Border, let's make it 10 and see if we can find it. So we're linking to main, that's main. Refresh. File's not found. Let's do reveal in Finder. And open that again. And so there's the header up there and down here. You can see that border. And so now my code is right here. That's the original one. So it's just kind of interesting to take a look at. I'm going to close these. Okay. And then we have height 100 VH. So we have this header height 100 VH, and the width is 10 VW. And display is flex, and flex direction is column. And justify content is space around. So column and then justify content operates on the primary axes, and so space around will kind of do between each element that's in the header. These are the two elements in the header, these two right here. And so that puts the stuff kind of evenly spaced between those two. And so here's one group in the header, another group in the header. And then border 1 pic, border right 1 pic solid. And so that's going to be that right border right here. That one right there. And so maybe one of them would be if we just brought this out to 20 VW, like stretch that out and then shrunk. And we're not overflowing anymore because we just gave it more room to work. And if you look at mine is out to about 20. That's about where they're at. So if we brought mine into 10, we could see what might happen. And split vertically. And then bring it into 10. I have 100 VH, flex, column, space between, border right, 1 pic solid, and width is fit content. I didn't set a width on my div ID, div, sidebar. I didn't set a width on that, and you did set a width. And so I'm just wondering, where is my width coming in? So then we have sidebar child, which is going to be flex and column, and SBC top is padding top and padding bottom for each of those. And then button, and so the button on mine, it looks like is setting the width. And the button is 10 rim, and a rim is, 10 rim is an M, but relative to the root. And so that is setting the width, and the root is going to be 16 pixels because it hasn't been changed at the HTML level. So that's like 160 pixels. And so that's where we set I set the width in mine. And then we have padding left 2 rem, cursor pointer. I'm just kind of looking at that. So that's the padding, height, font size, background color, color inherit. And where is my font size changing? So my font size is one root element, but when I do this, my font size is coming down. So my root element, where's my root element? Font size is 2 VW. And so my font size is 2 viewport widths. So my width and my font size, right? My width and my font size are both keyed in to the root element, the root M, right? And the root M is 2 VW, viewport width. So as my viewport changes, each of these are going to come down in size. And so they're coming down in size kind of in relation to the same thing. And that means they're coming down in size in a proportional manner. And so that's my code. And your code, we need to look at, get the width of that thing coming down in the same size as the width of the font. And so your width is 20 viewport width. And mine would have been started out at 2 viewport width times 10, so that's 20. And then the font size for what you're changing. So I'm just looking for that. We're looking for font size is 2 viewport width, and 2 viewport width font size. I am coming in at font size of 1 rem, which is 2 viewport width. So it looks like it should be doing the same thing. And maybe what you needed was just to kind of get your gray bar farther out. So this one's mine. And now let's take a look at yours. It looks pretty similar. Like, we take away all the borders and everything on yours. So we'll go just nothing on that, boom. And we'll go this one down to 1. And we'll get rid of this one. And we'll get rid of, let's see what it looks like now. We've got like a red one. I'm not sure we need a red one. And get rid of that, see what that looks like. And we got a little bit of a black one, blue one there. Do we need that? I think we do. Yeah, we can or not. And then we could also get rid of this one. So there's yours now. And here's mine. It's pretty similar. So you're pretty dang close. And the fixes that we made were one, just getting rid of this right here because that wasn't firing. So it looks like that was the issue. And the other one, I'm trying to think if we made one other fix to your code. And because your code is tied, this is your code here. Your code is tied to width. Let's see, what is it? Your code is font size is 2 viewport width and 20 VW, right? So that's the same because viewport width on mine, font size is 1 rem and 10 rem, and they're both referencing this, so it'd be 2 or 20, and that's what this one is. So I think that was the only change, is you just need to take out that double text. I hope this helped. Have a great day. Bye.